Hello everyone, MMOG1 here on YouTube with the underscore impure over on Twitch, and today we are going to be visiting Dishonored, Knife of Dunwall. The DLC for the original Dishonored that lets us step into the visage of Daud, a master assassin. Same man who we both met in the actual campaign. Please go visit that, my main campaign playthrough. And also, just generally a badass. We start off with a flashback to him doing the deed, and then, when we're brought to the Void, we get to test out our new variations of the powers from the Mark of the Outsider. His is a blink that slows down time. Or stops time, rather, as you're using it as long as you're not moving. After a few times of testing it out, we meet with the man, the myth, the mithril legend himself, Emo Jesus, the Outsider. And he mentions that great things are on the arrival. Great things and fucking shit. Yeah, we fucked everything up. But there's a way for us to fix it, hopefully. He starts sending us on our way by giving us a name. And that name will lead to the Scooby-Doo crew mystery. The name is Delilah. And throughout this campaign, we're going to be discovering just who that is, and hopefully gutting her like the fish she might be. Right after our introduction to the main premise of the DLC, we are engaged with a new type of store screen. Instead of going to a person like we did in the main campaign, in between every mission, we can buy favors, we can buy upgrades for our weapons and tools. Did I say weapons for our weapons and tools, or did I say upgrades? Fuck it, I'm leaving it in. Then we can buy consumables like ammo, potions, elixirs, and then we get right into the streets. We see a gang member and a watch officer harassing a gentle workman. The gang member kicking him in the stomach. Right now, we're going to be going into a place called the Rothwild Slaughterhouse. And can you guess what they're slaughtering? Whales, baby. Trying to harvest the wonderful little whale oil, which powers everything in this world. We sneak up on the guard and we give him a good old, tickle on the neck. Steal his pistol to use later if need be. Then we get to looting. Looking around, we find there isn't much around other than quite a few guards on the street. There's a arc pylon not too far away. Then we teleport and stab that guy in an impromptu chiropractor session. Chiropractor, acupuncture, it's all the same shit, really. And in taking out this guy, we're going to have taken out most of the high-placed guards on the outside of the actual slaughterhouse itself. That means we're going to have a lot easier of a time getting in from ground level. But that doesn't mean that itself is easy. See, they have a lot of security devices, more arc pylons, sirens, and wall of light. And if you remember from our main campaign, those are what I like to call invisible walls of stingy death. After a few yoinks of life, and getting past the wall of light via hardcore parkour, we find some of our favors that we paid for, getting the combination to a safe, we find a hidden rune for us, and then after taking out this guy, we find a new toy to play with, something called an arc mine. It's basically a portable little wall of light that zaps bitches into nothing but ashes. I try to use it, but unfortunately, I can't really get into a good position where I can use it. At least flawlessly. Taking out the power and finding one of Bruce Wayne's mom's pearl, I am able to get to the switch that unlocks the sewer entrance to to the Rothwild slaughterhouse. Just need to take out one more guard here. And after yoinking his fucking life, the ugly bastard, I open the sewers and I hop on in. I am greeted with a familiar sight. My best friends in the world, the Rat Pack. I can't stay and visit with them for long since I'm on critical business, so I left them a little gas grenade to have fun with. But the little ones kept nipping at my toes, and I had to run past them as to not get stuck entertaining my friends. Firstly, when I get in, I see another worker getting harassed. And like a good American, I just walk past. Ain't my business. I'm just gonna focus on me, bruv. Popping on out, I start taking out bitches. And I realize there's a different enemy type here. One who's heavily armored, so you can't really take him out from the front with a crossbow bolt, or fight him easily in a head-on battle because he's got a saw blade. So I introduce him to the concept of a behind-the-neck crossbow bolt, and I explore some more, selling his saw. After a few moments of looking, I finally find the man I'm looking for, Rothwild himself. You see, giving a bit of an interrogation to one of his old hands, who's been dipping her hand in another employer. Someone who hired her to seemingly spy on the operations here and cause riots of workers. As I'm getting cuddly with the dust bunnies and eating all their snacks, waiting for the conversation to end or get to a good stopping point, I realize he's probably going to kill her soon. So before it can happen, I give him the good old 1-2 needle to the boob. She seems grateful enough, but she brings it to my attention that instead of interrogating Rothwild like I initially planned to, she could give me the same information if in return I blow up this whole fucking place. Everyone inside included. Finally, a woman after my own heart. I loved it. So I set out on my new quest. I tried to drop assassinate this guy, but my ass cheeks just sort of Thanos snapped when I fell and he disappeared. I think I fired him into ashes. I yoinked this heavy guy's life and then got to work, cranking up them vats so they can release that beautiful, beautiful whale oil and start the explodey boom boom process. It was a lot of cranks I had to turn, but at the same time I introduced most of these thugs to the power and glory of Knifus Christus. And typically they're in no position to refuse what my knife has to say, so hopefully they find where they need to serve, and I keep on cranking. The explodey boom boom juice is flowing, and yeah, I have to go to like 3 or 4 different things to crank it out. It's not an easy process, but I mean, I don't think it should be an easy process when it would lead to your fucking building blowing up. Looking around for where to go next, I see the killing room floor. Or just the killing floor. Which as the name makes it sound, was not good. There was a giant whale hanging up, and the poor thing wanted to die, so I killed it. Not with stabby stab, but electrocution. It went fast, and I stole its eye for a spell I've been working on for Granny Rags. Yep, she's in this game, it's DLC too, but you never see her firsthand. You just have to do little spells for her. After making it so the whole place is going to go up in make this whole whale hell go up to human hell, I went and got the information from her. Keep in mind, I only knocked out Rothwild. She sort of finished him with a screwdriver to make sure he didn't escape. And for her help, and since I now have money in pocket, I thought, hey, you've been so nice to me, let's make it easy for you and just let you take a nap here. At least until all this stuff blows over. I make her snuggle Rothwild, and as the place is blowing up behind me, I get the fuck out of there. Seems everyone's on high alert now. So, running past them, I jump up past my friend Whaley Whale, and start sliding in the viscera, baby. They lose me quickly, and through the poop chute, I go. On my way out, I saw my good old friends again. Unfortunately, Daddy was in a rush, so I had to run on by, kicking a few of them in the teeth while I did. Jumping into the river system, I knew what my next mission was. I had to go and start Granny's soup pot. But the eyeball I stole from the whale I may have sort of mercy killed. Just a little bit with electricity. And when I was parkouring up the side of this building, it was wonderful seeing the beautiful sunlight, the vistage, passing where I stole from the safe. I got to Granny's little, let's call it a summer apartment. Put the eyeball in, and I started hearing something weird. Besides the clank of coins in my purse, I heard overseer music in the distance. I decided to save my game and then begin investigating as to where the chicken nuggets it was coming from. Couldn't be the idiots below me, quite frankly, because they don't have the fucking clinky clunky music boxes, nor are they overseers. I looked over back towards the factory that was in the middle of going balloomby, and nothing. So I decided it must be one of the alleyways down the route I initially came from. Quickly using Blink, I got to one such alleyway and I saw it. The cultic overseers had somehow detained Billy Lurk, a friend of my gang and a gang member, as well as Daud's apprentice. I thought about blowing them up, but that might harm Billy. So I decided, why not do the ninja thing and use choke dust to incapacitate them so she could escape. I quickly dispatched of the music box player and then impromptu stabby stab love time with the others. A few moments later, after delivering the Weeper corpse, which I also needed for Grandma's stew, I got a bone room. I killed the last overseer in the area because he was wondering what happened to all his good old friendy friends. And I rejoined up with Billy, who, a little shaken up still from her near-death experience, also wanted to comment on how fucking awesome I was at slaying people. It was fun indeed. Family fun all around. But sadly, that seems to mark the end of our adventure this time. Join us next time when we go to the next mission, following that lead she gave us. Barrister Timsk. Rich motherfucker. Can't wait to jimmy his jiffles. Anyways, outro me. Do yo thing. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you want to join us for one of our live streams over at _impure over on Twitch, please feel free to do so. Until then, I will see you in the next video. This has been MMOG1. Goodbye.